In this video, we're going to talk about libraries. Libraries are other people's code that we use. So we're going to call this lesson 09, and we're going to close our previously open files over here, create a new file, and call it learning libs.py, and here we go. So libraries are other people's code that we use. Up until now, all the other people's code we've been using has been code, for example, the print that is there by default, and we just have to reference it. Libraries are other people's code that we need to import. Sorry, let's run this, right? So if I run this, I'm using that print function, but I didn't write the print function. The function was written and built in. Now, if we want to use some function that is built in, or some other function that exists, for example, I want to use the random function, so I have to import it. So from or import random, which is I'm going to import the random library, which is a bunch of functions. A library is a library of functions, and we can just access specific ones, or we can use it. And then I'm going to say print, because I just want to print out the end result, just to quickly demonstrate. And I can go to random.randint, and then I give it and then I just say, hey, print, give me a random number between 1 and 99, and it will print out this function random.randint gives me a number between 1 and 99, and then print returns it. So I run this, and I get the number 83. I run it again, and I get 23, 96, and you'll notice that every time I run it, I'm actually getting a different number with possibly sometimes overlap, because that's how true randomness works, which is cool. But not the topic of the lecture. The important point about this lecture is to realize, hey, I imported this library, so I used this keyword import, and I said, hey, Python, I need you to import this into the thing. And you'll notice over here we had from car import car, so from the car file import the car class, and over here I'm importing this whole library. And then I said, hey, random.randint, which is in the random library, there's this randint function, and I'm using that. Now, I don't actually have to import all of random. I can do what I did, similar to what I did in the car case, which is from random import randint. And now, in order to use this randint function, I just need to use the name randint. And I can even import randint as R. So if I'm going to keep using the same thing over and over again, I just say R, and then I'm using that. So the as keyword lets me give a variable name to whatever I'm importing. The import keyword lets me import something, and the from keyword says, hey, this is what I'm getting. So from random, so I'm importing from the random library, I'm importing randint as R. Now technically I can import the whole random library, right? I don't have to do all three of these. I have to do the import part, but the other parts are not necessary, and I can do them however I want. So I can do r.randint, right? Because now the R variable name refers to the random, and I say r.randint, and I can once again run my function, and it will work and give me a random number over and over again. That's how we use libraries. There's going to be a lot of specific libraries and frameworks and other tools that we're going to use eventually and get into as the rest of the course goes on, but at their core, libraries are really simple. They're just, we import them and we use them. So if you want to do something specific and you don't have the headspace to figure out exactly how to write all the code for it, you can look around, see if there's a library that does it, install that library and use that library. But if you install a library that's not a default Python library, make sure that your teachers or anyone else who's going to run your code knows about it and has a way to access it easily.